That's a really bad angle. Me. What I was saying was hopefully hello to the much more positive side of that video. You know what I not get is when stores have online sales, but not in the store when you go there in person. Like online it costs $26, in person it costs like 46. Why? Why? Now I have to order something online and wait for it a few days instead of just going into the store and buy it. We are flabbergasted. The episode should actually be about the prototypes! Yay, showing off prototypes! I should never do this hand gestures again in videos. I will show you some of the prototypes I did so far. And we have some good things, we have some bad things, we have some ugly things, we have all kind of stuff. Here we get some cinematic B-roll and some explanation. Hang up some prints from New York. I haven't been in New York, but I got these from my deceased neighbor who gifted me 1 or 2 cameras, like old film cameras, budget cameras, and a few of her prints, photos she took in New York in the 80s. They look awesome. Yeah, this is what we do this week, like random stuff, and I tell you why. Can you hear me? I don't think so. So now, after my dog, I know you come again, okay? Hey you. So, finding a good angle? Yes. Okay. Welcome to the presentation. First product I'm going to show you is actually the one that sparked the spark, if you want to call it like that. This is a dog collar. I always find it sad that there are no really handmade things that are kind of in a low budget region. And then I decided, what if I make budget dog collar that is hand moving? And we have this. I call this the Signifier. Maybe I'm gonna change 1 or 2 things, but the main thing is you have something like a paracord. I hope this is the name in English. And bright orange, like a signal color for your dog. So you see your dog in the woods. Plastic, because it's cheaper. The main thing was like being functional as much as it has to, and to be affordable but still durable. And I washed it already a few times. My dog wore it a few times, and the nice thing is to produce things like this on your own, to test it on your own, and to choose everything, like the fabrics, the stuff, the research that goes into it. And we have a small ring for the leash. I was thinking about swapping maybe this thing out with there are like these plastic thingies with a compass and a little fire starter and everything like this, and that would be nice for like all the outdoorsy DC people who have dogs, which is this whole brand probably for. Yes, the Signifier, my probably already a staple. Only negative point is the size isn't adjustable, so there will be a lot of sizes available. There will be a one dog collar that will be adjustable. Clumsy, Martin. Clumsy, stoppi. I'm really in a place today where I thought there would be no people, but here are so many people with dogs, without dogs. Go to work. It's Thursday. Not everyone does silly things like me. Already talking way too much. That's an extremely random frame. And what do you think of my very cutesy mic holder? My camera is actually telling me that I do have like 5% left on the camera, so I will make it short this week. Let's get into it. This week was rather disappointing to me to start right into the week in a decent way. At the moment I am unemployed officially at the job center. Is it called like this in English, like the Department of Unemployment? I talk a lot to them. Like, we have a lot of conversation. I was waiting on like a medical team to decide how many hours in a week I'm actually able to work with my illnesses or disabilities, like especially chronic migraine, mild depression, and hypochondria. Due to that fact, we are now looking for a solution. In my free time now, I primarily care about my dog, other dogs, and started to build stuff after being on vacation, and I used that vacation to think about my future and what I want to do. And I decided to do a thing I wanted to do for a really long time, and this is like to focus my entire life primarily on dogs. Yes, the next thing is, and this is actually I'm very proud of, these things. Little pouches, EDC pouches for either EDC or probably like dog treats. We have a vegan leather, probably the only like PU leather, hand stitched, not hand stitched. I prefer the hand stitched version. Light leather. The advantage of PU leather is that it always says like that it has a soft inside due to being PU leather, so you have kind of leathery feeling on the outside and kind of soft feeling in the inside from the fabric. It's just really nice. But I like if things have a good texture and doesn't feel like too magnetic. Non-magnetic, at the moment I prefer actually the not magnetic thing because it's smaller. If I find smaller magnets, I will use definitely magnets. I do like magnets a lot because I can use it for different occasions and just functions. Not carabiner. Carabiner definitely my way to go. And rescue dogs and train dogs and do stuff about dogs and going into the local shelter, caring about other people's dogs, and it's something I'm able to do. The guy from the unemployment center, the employment center, is actually not thinking about giving me the permission to become a dog trainer. For explanation, you have to pay for your own to get this education. That's not like in Germany. There's actually one what is it called? One test you have to do. It's called Sachkundeprüfung. I will blend in what it's called in English. I kid you not, my camera died. So I'm using now my proper camera with a 50mm lens. 50mm lens, which is now very far away from me. Where did I stop? Okay, back to the point. Adjusting the lighting a little bit. Then we go probably to the first big thing. And that's actually the big EDC dog treat pouch. We have a small bag in the front, a big powered here in the middle we have a carabiner. I will definitely have to put this thing on the side, same as the label, and maybe this zipper and everything will be a little bit adjusted, maybe adding another compartment there, I don't know yet. Little stitch there, I don't know if this is not too much. Like, we have many colors here, but this is like the prototype of the prototype, you know? And you can pull this together. I would need an additional thing here to keep it closed. This is still in its that's not finished yet. That's like it takes some time. I should take some time if I didn't think about it, but I'm happy so far. A little bit more minimalistic on colors, more focused on function, definitely. The materials, and yes, the inside is made out of cotton. I will change that because like a lot of dog treats are fatty and stuff like that and clumsy. Liebsen. Yeah. I will probably put some outdoor materials in there, like nylon, for example. The thing is, at some point it gets very unnatural with the materials. That's a little bit the sad thing with all the vegan stuff, like you always have to go like in a plasticky kind of region with materials because they are cheaper. Like there is leather made out of paper, for example, but to make it actually durable and waterproof and stuff like this, and washable and you name it, we're still in the research. I hope this camera is getting a lot better. So, okay, now we're talking. Okay, back to the topic. This guy is now telling me that he has the opinion that I would have to be, which makes sense, be a freelancer as dog trainer, and there are no jobs in my town and for being a dog trainer in a company, which kind of makes sense because I think most of the dog trainers in this town are self-employed. I think this is the right word. It's over the top today. A migraine hitting like mental stuff, and I'm just like, it's already the start. And already starting in like this, it's difficult. Honestly, I planned to show you prototypes. I made a scene with prototypes in episode 1, but yeah, it just already is like very chaotic. And now it's my job to bring some organization in this. Like, how can I manage to do what I want to do? Then we have an ant in there. Are you fine? Yeah, you're fine. No, you're my leg. That's okay. There will be probably little notebooks. I actually made this by myself. It's actually very easy to make a notebook. Maybe they will get a leather cover, a vegan leather cover. That would be nice. This is like very hard paper. And on the inside we have like vintagey looking thick paper with a really nice texture. And yes, I do use journals like this myself a lot, but I think we will change to leather and not completely paper, so we get a little bit of a better material. Now, could you please put your tail somewhere different? Thanks, my boy. The thing is, if the state says, no, you're not allowed to do this, or you're allowed to do this, but you have to pay it for your own, on your own, which I can't, because I don't have the resources for it, then that's your problem. Do what we tell you to do. And the problem which I see in there is that there is a person sitting without any clue about me, as stubborn as it sounds. Like, he probably, or I noticed, he had no clue about the case, and that was sad, because it's already 3 months, and I was very transparent with everything, with all the medical stuff, personal stuff, you name it. Now to the funsies, a little scene. You can see the little slides on my Instagram page or in the last video if you had paused. I will make like scenes from time to time, maybe monthly, to hand people in person something about the brand. I like these, or like you go in a coffee shop and leave it there for maybe someone finds it interesting. And yeah, so I learned it today. Yeah. So we will look further. Maybe I do find the right job. If they suggest me the right job. Never say no. Phew, today is difficult. Another fun thing. My girlfriend is actually pretty much into stitching for a lot of years now, and watching her did teach me a thing or two about it, and then I thought maybe I try to for this brand, like taking a vegan leather, stitch something onto it, and accidentally I created the logo of my brand. Isn't that cool? This is not even a skull, this is just a head of a dog with a crooked ear and missing an eye, and like I have a dog with 3 legs, and it's more like for the, what was the word, dissidents? Kind of dogs, like, and people like on the rough side of not the sad bash, clean side of life. Already talking 13 minutes in a row, talking head again. I think I will learn it. I hope it's kind of interesting still. I rearranged the studio. I did a lot of stuff. I produced a lot of prototypes or even finished products. I'm really looking forward to October, launching everything on the first market I'm booked in. And yes, these are the infos right now, and this is probably, again, talking head, 5 to 10 minutes, and I hope I can tell a much more interesting story in the background. And then we have little bracelets. These will probably be for like charity stuff. It's like the typical thing with like, it's like rubber, or what's it called? And this is like a little cotton bracelet. This is like a really nice woven bracelet. I will probably sell them for €1, $1, and the income from this will go to like the dog shelter and stuff like that. And yes, that's the plan so far. I try to keep like the catalog rather small but focused, like always having like a budget solution and a not budget solution, like having a small pouch, a medium pouch, maybe a big pouch, having like a cheap collar, a medium collar, a big collar, and maybe a leash. With leashes I have to do a lot of research because of safety reasons, and yes, that's so far my prototypes. Clumsy. Hello. This is the one point with dog training. It's a lot of training for him to stay at one place like half an hour like we do now and not become too protective. I mean, it's in his genetics. If you ever looked at him, he obviously looks like something shepherdy. And as you hear, the barking, kind of acceptable, to be honest. Like, he is definitely just learning and saying, hey, there is someone I find spooky. Then you tell him, hey, I see him too, it's fine. No threat. And then he gets calm pretty quickly. He's smelling, and then we probably have to change position soon, so he gets not too focused in protecting the place we hang out. A little educational point here too. So we are back into the studio. I hope you like it. I hope you would still follow along. There will be a lot of photography involved. Like, first of all, I'm still, and I will have to say that a few times, a photographer with a lot of interest in dogs and EDC for dogs. Do you call it EDCs? Supplies? Something like this. Every dog carries? All dogs carries? No, that's an A. I don't have a clue yet. You can like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. Goodbye. This was so... Sorry. So many things to think about, to do, and everything else.